Men need to be more responsible and take responsibility for your actions and do better going forward.
So 99.999. There is a little percent of it that is true, which is I did not have that much time as I used to.
But that was a lot of people use the word intentionality to this kind of conversations. Can intentionality ever be really enough?
So can I ask a question?
Yeah.
You? So I live in Bega.
Yeah.
The Bega side of Lagos.
Yeah.
And then somebody lives in the side of Bega.
Oh, that is Akute
axis.
Yeah.
Will you consider that?
Brought to you by one of the biggest brands in Nigeria, the Superstar Company. This is the Tattle Podcast.
The fuck, nigga?
Abego. This is the Tattle Podcast. Welcome, guys. Hope you guys are doing good. This is.
Jacob Wale. Superstar.
Need. Kill a Ferran podcast here. What do you want to buy?
Yeah, we need lights.
We have light already.
We need prop. No, better lights.
So you say these lights are substandard? Are you saying OJ's equipment are substandard equipment?
They are okay for now, but we need to progress. At the level at which we are on the Tattle Podcast, each of us, we need to progress. So now, Superstar Company.
Share a proposal. 20 pages.
Because of light.
I don't like the way OJ always look me. So one now.
No, you're back to me. One not me.
So they won now.
Can't beat me now. They be not me be this. You need a rhyme code.
No, sir.
Okay. I don't know what to say again. But yeah, we are all complete on set. The two people that you just said shouting, that's our big daddy
OJ they shouting.
But
This guy don't get respect.
I get out. I was shouting.
Because no one supports me.
So yeah, we all are here bringing you lovely, interesting content. If you have not subscribed to our channel, we have not followed us across every social media platform, please do the needful. Don't be shabby. And if you have been following us, thank you. And if you don't know what we are doing here, sit down there and leave your... I know what I said. Leave me. Don't let me swear. OJ.
Sir?
How was your day? Sorry, how was your week?
Very well, sir.
Please tell us how your week went.
Bad.
Eh?
It went very bad. I worked all throughout the weekend, including the holiday, basically.
And
I still got beaten for the work that I did. Verbal beating.
Okay. I want to say, who is the person that we are going to break both on their heads?
You want to go and collect food from my mouth. You want to go and beat my organ.
No,
I better go. Boss, I didn't say anything, no. And by the way, I think he sees our podcast.
Are you serious? Big ups to you. Oga. Well done. Thank you very much. What happened?
They're kissing us.
Oh, okay. Dabs. Goody boy. What happened?
Hi guys.
You know, she say we.
They talk say waka where you not supposed to go waka.
They don't knock and sort. They don't knock and 2 by 2.
Mm-hmm.
So as the only civilized, mature person on this podcast.
Now why your head did the way you did rubbish.
His hair looks very uncivilized.
My like barber is not around.
Koto or bomb shots.
My barber is not around, so I'm waiting for him. He's back, by the way. So
he came back yesterday.
I should do something about it.
Yeah, same yesterday.
So I've been cool, like going through the exam. This was one of the last podcast. Apparently I just figured out that's out. I would have watched it and dropped some constructive criticism. I just heard that the video was banned because of
Shion's comment, reckless
commenting. I mean, and that's how he's been living his life recklessly, sleeping with one woman from here to there, women from Oyo,
importing women up and down,
importing women, trafficking. It's sad. And
but really, that's what it's called.
Yes.
Sex trafficking.
And OJ, you know the funny thing, for somebody that does not even know what shabby means, I wonder how he speaks to these ladies and like they come all the way from Oyo State down to Lagos.
I mean, look at the destination now, Oyo. Not even Ibadan.
That's true, now. Only the local grammar they use.
So when you use shabby on them, they're like,
but there's the law you kill converting across the world. So, majorly me, I've been chill, wrote exams. Yeah, it was cool. It was just funny to be like in the school setting. I mean, there was this girl, Timmy, that we used to write exams.
Yeah,
like,
Brumina.
No. Like we used to write. She's older than I am.
Okay.
She works for the Lagos State government. So like, we just used to like sit in the same area during exams and stuff like that. But it was just cool to see like older guys. You know me, I'm like younger.
Of course, you're just a few weeks above teen.
Yeah, a few years above teenage years. Yes. And just to see older guys really putting effort into like schooling and studying, and sometimes it makes you feel like, oh yeah, I'm doing the right thing. Because I don't think I want to be that age and be doing what I'm doing.
Why not?
I don't know, but just sometimes it just feels like I'm doing the right thing.
So, when it comes to education, I do not think, in my opinion, though, I might be wrong, but I do not think there's an age cap to it. It depends on what kind of education you need at that particular time. Like, so it's not basic. It might not necessarily be like.
Do you have a master's?
Me? Because I have a master's. I have an MBA.
You have a PhD?
MBA.
An MBA. Okay.
Master's in Business Administration. And then I have an MS.
Leading by example.
And I am considering taking a training on risk management. Hopefully, if I didn't do it this year, because I have a lot of educational spending that I need to do, some certifications that I'm trying to obtain. If I didn't do it this year, I'll be doing it next year. But my biggest challenge is I don't want to do anything locally anymore. I want to go the abroad, in the words of BA. But yeah, and I always use in the abroad now.
Really?
It shock you. Moving on.
So, I mean, and it's beautiful, and like the topic of discourse today before we move to our show has been is something interesting. It's something very pressing in my heart because like I'm on the side of the lady, and I think Sharon is at fault. But then again, but when we get to that point, we'll talk about it.
I don't think I'm sure you know the situation more than I do.
Yeah, I would give you like full context.
I don't even know the situation, but if you say Sharon is wrong, why am I to argue with you? Sharon is there. Sharon did not say it's not wrong. So what
he knows it's wrong. If you ask him, he'll tell you that yes, he knows it's fault.
All right. So go on. So what's the situation like?
So before we go to Sharon's relationship of a couple of years have destroyed.
By a couple of years too?
I didn't even know. Yeah,
how many years?
It was going to 2 years.
It was going to 2 less than 2
years. Even a little bit over 2 years.
Okay. So destroyed. And
wow.
I was really sad because I felt the pain of the lady in question. Wow. Because of some men can be very reckless with people's emotions, and I think Sharon was very reckless with her emotions.
Oh wow!
In the sense that Sharon did not have time for her, always complaining that work. And if you look at it in reality, what work is Sharon really doing that does not have time for a woman?
Oh wow!
So it's
wicked friend.
Like
wow!
It's really sad, and like she literally cried, and to the point where she won't stop to speak to Sharon.
Stop speaking to Sharon.
Yeah, and the funny thing,
I thought you were going to say she stopped eating.
And so that's what propelled that question of that time. How do you apologize to somebody that you've offended?
The question Sharon asked.
Yeah, and automatically he just felt like sending her a particular sum of money was the best way to apologize to her and move on with the situation. It's really sad, and I think men need to be more responsible and take responsibility for your actions and do better going forward.
So what's the story before you start advising men on how to be?
So he has not been available for her. She's in Abeokuta, he was in Lagos, and it's sad because she really loved him. Like sometimes,
oh wow,
she always comes. She came for my show, all the way from Abeokuta.
Oh wait, the last year's show.
Yeah,
and you didn't bother introducing her to me.
So she came all the way from Abeokuta. And to even come and see him, and she put in effort. So half the time, and the funny thing, Sharon was even cheating in that relationship. But that's the sad thing. But
Sharon was what?
Was cheating in that relationship, bro.
Oh,
so and it's just painful.
Men has come.
Yeah, big scum. So
single men.
It's really
scum.
It's really sad.
And
and that brings me to the topic for today, that long distance relationships. Is it worth it? yes, some percentage of long distance relationship work, but what a lot of people use the word intentionality to this kind of conversations. Can intentionality ever be really enough for stuff like this? So I don't know. I think that's what we want to circle the conversation around today. And I'll really make sure that she watches this episode and hears what he has to say for himself.
Okay. Yeah, such a good friend to her, and a terrible friend to your friend Sheon. But Sheon, how are you?
I'm fine, no.
How's your week been?
My week was bad.
Hope you enjoyed the week holidays.
Did I? I got to rest a little bit more, so it was.
It's a good for you.
Yeah, I got to rest. I more
So basically,
rest.
that was what
yeah.
all you did.
Yeah.
Had the holiday.
I just got to rest.
Baba, I envy you.
I think it's not even going to work tomorrow. Tomorrow is
Tomorrow is my off day.
Oh, really?
But I might still be going out because I think I might need to take my mom out or something. So, but if not, I'm going to
that
rest.
that is not work now.
So I'll just be working from
Okay.
home.
So without wasting too much of our time, this young man accused you.
I've wasted one other lady's time.
This young man accused you of terrible behavior, dealing with a lady, someone that you called your love, someone that you professed love to. He dealt with her in the most ungodly way. You broke her heart.
Stripped her of her womanhood.
Oh God. Now, I wonder how she'll be feeling right now,
Okay.
wherever she is.
May God console
Considering
and comfort her.
everything that brother
That was said she did.
Dapo said you did to her.
That and many more.
Oh, everything brother Dapo said and many more. Oh, indeed, you're a bad person. Do you have anything to say for yourself?
Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome.
I stand before the jury.
You know that whatever you say, I will send a link to her.
That was your business.
But let's go.
I stand before the jury and the accuser and the what I call you plaintiff mediator. Dapo has said shit. 98% of what Dapo has said is a very bad person.
But mind you, before you run your mouth recklessly, remember that Dapo says he's going to make sure she sees this video.
Yes, exactly
So
why
you
I'm
need
picking
to-
my words, right? I said 98%.
Oh, only
That
2%
means
of
there
everything.
is a little percent of it, not even 98, 99.
0.999.
There is a little percent of it that is true, which is I did not have that much time as I used to.
But that was largely 90% of everything Dapo
no,
said.
there are some other things that I said, though.
Like what?
No, every other thing he said is just an addendum to the 90%.
But the way he said it, he made it look as if no.
That's how she felt.
How do you? Hey!
I'm telling you now, we had a conversation about it because I didn't tell you.
Shame me, I pull and talk. We still dey talk, oh.
But you guys are not on that level anymore.
But we still dey talk. We gist.
What she will tell you is not what she will tell me now.
Shame me, I ask him, and the next episode
So-
we go bring her.
You go ask her. You go ask her about what did you do to her?
When we started dating at the earlier stages, I used to go over once in a while to go and see her because she used to work. She works in medicals here, so she had an apartment that she used to stay in.
Where in medicals? Arrow.
Arrow, yeah.
Okay.
So she's a pharmacist.
Okay.
So she had an apartment and all that. So that's where we stayed. She didn't come to Lagos a lot, majorly because I don't have my own place yet. So that was why she didn't come to Lagos a lot of the time. So I used to go there once in a while, stay a couple of days, go come. And it was like that. That was when I was still working when I still had one job. So when I had the two jobs where I only had 1 day free and I was still trying to find a way to balance these two jobs, because actually my two bosses, or the HR at one and the boss at one, called me and asked me the same question, which was, are you fully with us? Because it started to look like I was slacking on both ends, because trying to balance the two was a bit difficult for me. Yeah. So a lot of that happened, doing that and having my own personal gig, going around and doing all that and all that. So most of the time, if I send messages in the morning, I probably won't be able to reply not until very late and all that and all that. So
It happens.
It
happens to the best of us. Yeah.
It's diminished. You're a fool. It
Very
diminished.
big one.
Our communication diminished a lot. And there was a time I tried to talk to her, like actually talk to her, and it was obvious that, things were not as, good. And I tried to push more to have the conversation. And yeah, I said, yeah, I'm sorry for this, but I don't think it's that we are no longer into each other. Or I think it's just majorly the distance. Things are not as they used to be. And I tried talking to her more and more that, okay, what can I do? She was like, she doesn't know. But I just took it as, I think, because she also actually said it that, in her mind right now that we are not together, which I actually understand, to be fair. Yeah. And I still try to talk to her. On Valentine's, that was this year, I sent her, because she was literally the only person that I could call or that I would say that I'm romantically involved with. So I sent her, because I already planned it that, okay, I'm going to send her, even if I can't go, yeah, I'm going to send her this amount of money, at least for Valentine's Day. Just take this small token from me. So I sent it to her and all that, and she was like, oh wow, and she wasn't expecting it, that this. So so we had a conversation, and I said something which I used to test whether or not, if this was still if we were still good, yeah, for a relationship. And it didn't turn out like that. So I just got, okay, we are not on that level.
It's over.
Yeah, we are not on that level anymore. And we still talk till now. We still have conversations. We still have, she started working at a particular pharmacy where she was like, she doesn't even have time to rest and all that. I'm like, yeah, I can relate. And we talk normally. We gist normally. The incidents that happened, I told you that if I had somebody at my work, yeah, I gave her, we talked about it. We gave the OGs. We talked like we are still guys. Yeah. Which makes me feel like it's actually the distance. It's not that we do not care for each other. Yeah.
It's not the emotions.
It's not that we don't care for each other. It's majorly the distance. And before her, actually, I've had like a lot of other long distance relationship, which I don't advocate for a long distance relationship where there's no plan.
Okay, so right. My question for you guys is,
yeah,
what's your definition of a long distance relationship?
Good question. A long distance relationship is a kind of relationship, to the best of my knowledge, that you guys do not have time, or there's a barrier between each other.
So it's not geography for you? So it's not geography for you?
Yeah, geography is a part of it.
Okay.
Geography is a part of it. Like, you can...
So what
you can do a long distance relationship in Lagos. Thank you.
So what if I'm dating... Okay, so I can't use but it's a what if situation, right? So what if I am dating someone that is based in, say, Abuja, and we talk all the time? From your own analogy, would you still consider that a long distance relationship?
It's a long distance relationship by the virtue of geography. But in terms of like emotional and relationship responsibilities, it's not long distance.
Fuck you. Please. Everything you have just said is trash. Please.
No. So relationship responsibility in the sense that you should speak to your girlfriend every day. It's a responsibility.
Yeah, but it doesn't change the fact
like
that
you long distance, does it, because you said if you're not being committed, then it is not it becomes a long distance. Like you're not able to commit to the responsibilities
of
the relationship,
yeah.
then it is considered a long distance relationship. That was why I asked, is geography a factor to be considered?
So I mean, if it's Abuja, you can finance it. Like you have the freedom to travel whenever you like. Some people fly to Abuja for the weekend and come back on Sunday evening. I mean, it happens, and we don't say that's a long distance relationship. Do you understand? So it varies. But like I said, if you don't fulfill the requirements of immediate relationship and the requirements geographically.
So can you have a long distance relationship with someone you're living with if you did not have all of meet those requirements and you live that with that person? Will you still consider that a long distance relationship?
You guys, you can be in the same space and be distant from somebody still.
Is that still
A long distance relationship.
a long distance relationship?
I won't classify it as that.
Confused fellow. What's the definition of a long distance relationship?
I think a long distance relationship is one where the person is not in close proximity. That is within your close
So,
proximity.
geography.
Yes, geography. And when I say close proximity, I mean, I'm not saying that, okay, the person is not in your area, or the person, I mean, the person is probably not in your state.
Okay. In the
I mean, probably
with
not
which
in
you
your
reside
state,
in.
but in the country you are in.
Okay.
Yeah. For Lagos,
Okay.
if you are staying in somewhere like Lambe, and the person you are dating is in
Songotedu.
that one can sort of be looked as a long distance because the distance too much before you can reach. But if you compare it to over the border or across the border, it's not really a long distance relationship.
Okay, so can I ask a question to
Yeah.
you? So I live in Bega,
Yeah,
the Bega side of Lagos.
yeah.
And then somebody lives in the side of Bega.
Oh, that is Akute.
Akote axis.
Yeah,
Not long distance.
Will you consider that long distance?
it's not long distance.
But you said border.
Across the border, yeah. I think
So you're crossing the border
anything that
Just call it
anything
confused
that
people.
allows you go a very long. I feel that if you are going a very long distance, is a long distance relationship.
So somebody might consider moving from here to Ikeja as long distance.
I mean, and I also just put in perspective. Some people can have a girlfriend in Canada and they can afford to travel.
But does that cancel the fact that it's still quite a distance?
I'll tell you guys why I asked the question so that we don't digress. We need to stay on this conversation, right? We've had situations where, heard of situations rather, where people, I don't want to bring gender coloration to this, but people say, oh, I'm dating XYZ in Abuja, in Ibadan, I reside in Lagos, the distance is too much. And then you still see some people say, oh, my boyfriend is in the UK, my girlfriend is in Canada, and we have an amazing relationship. And they do not consider that distance. So basically what I'm trying to say is, so my own definition then would be geography and finance. So if the geography is the space between the both of us in terms of kilometers I need to travel is wide or is longer, and I do not have the fund to finance it, and she did not have the fund to also finance that movement, then it is a long distance relationship. But if I can fund it like he said, I'm not looking at the distance, I can just wake up and say, and by the way, I have friends that literally you see them today and the next thing they'll tell you that they go UK. I'll be back by Sunday. Or I'll be back in 2 days' time. I'm going to Canada. Or I should be back in 3 days' time. I have friends like that, yeah. So somebody like that is based in Nigeria, that dates someone in, say, UK or Canada or the US or any other part of the world, or even Australia, that knows that I can just wake up and say, okay, let me quickly rush to Australia, 48 hours trip, right? And then spend like 2 days there, another 48 hours, and then do another 48 hours back. that person might not consider that long distance, right? But when money no dey, and Baba, babe dey, I'm trying to look for babe dey Larry, and Baba dey Yaba, and the reason Uber money to Larry from Yaba. By the time you count your long distance.
Long distance.
Yeah, no, but yeah, that means that it's subjective. But isn't there a ground
Universal definition?
Yes, where okay, you say that somebody wants to go to.
Mind you, everything
Canada.
I've said is my personal opinion.
Yeah, no, I understand. We are just this. I'm just trying to bring come at it from another angle. Somebody's in Canada, somebody's in Nigeria. He has the finances to go to Canada. She has the finances to come to Nigeria to see her boyfriend, to see the girlfriend, or whatever. Yes, they can both finance the movement and see each other.
You have not considered distance at that point. It's no longer long distance. But sorry for cutting you off, sir. Though, so I have a problem with particularly the female gender, and this is not throwing jabs at them, right? Particularly the ones without trying to be bring ethnicity into the conversation. We know some tribe in this country where they are dating somebody in the UK, in the US, in the Canada, and then they have a guy here that is running after them, that lives in Lagos, or probably lives in Asaba, and they live in Lagos, and they are saying, no, long distance, can't do long distance. But you are claiming you are faithful to the guy in Canada or US or this thing. We know those things happen, right? Many of these people don't even have the financial capacity to finance that trip to any of those countries. In fact, if they even get there, they go break up with the guy.
True.
Then go break up with the guy if they even get there. But then they are comfortable because they are hoping that one day this guy is going to come, like Prince Charming, pick them up, fly them up to whatever country the guy resides in, and then they feel like, I've arrived. So that is the point I'm trying to speak to. But then let's take it back to
so just a moment. I put it on AI that what's a long distance relationship to get definition, to get something definite, and he says, I know I'm a fantastic reader. A long distance relationship is a romantic relationship where
I say that. Like it knows it's a fantastic reader.
No, I just said a romantic relationship where the partners are physically apart, often living in different cities, states, or country. The physical distance can make it challenging to maintain regular face-to-face interaction, which can require extra effort and commitment from both partners to stay connected and maintain the relationship. Then characteristics: physical distance, communication challenges, and finally, trust and commitment.
So AI they talk based on Noibo na. Noibo setting AI they use.
No, not really.
They include financial commitment.
Trust and commitment. It did not specify what type of commitment.
Commitment is emotional. AI is using Noibo standard. So for you, anyway, for this conversation, what's her name, by the way? Oh, you don't want to mention her name? Okay.
Can't ask me a lot of come.
No, I won't ask you. You're useless.
I go scatter your own for year now.
You're useless, but I won't ask you. So what? So you felt like since you got the new job, which of course you were happy you did, those two jobs, and you had more money than you were.
Yeah.
And so that is another thing, right? I hate to sound this way, but the truth is, it is actually and I'm not trying to take your side, nor blame her in this case, but usually it is difficult. Women want a guy that is busy and available,
time.
but it's actually really, really very difficult to combine both, particularly if you've not gotten to a point where you have multiple people working for you, where you can take a break off work and everything will still go on smoothly. Now, but women in most cases want a guy that is busy, with work, always working, and yet at the same time always available. You can't eat your cake and have it, or you can't have your cake and eat it. I here's the correct one. No, it's the actual expressions. You can't have your cake and eat it. You just learn something.
English major.
So basically, I would say that yes, they want somebody that is busy, somebody that is working. Every woman wants a working man, but also somebody that is available. But what I would say is there's a way to balance these things.
So how do you balance it when you are not working? When you are not working for yourself? Okay, so here, listen. For someone like you, you literally work for yourself.
No,
you do, big boy. You that one, a big boy. You our sponsor, the superstar company.
What? You're waiting. See this one.
So for someone like you, where you can accept gigs or cancel gigs at will, it's easy for you to say, yeah, you can balance it. Okay, so I'll give you an instance. I'll use my real life scenario. From my schedule with my boss, my line manager, I am supposed to proceed on leave effective tomorrow. 5 days. So meaning I'm supposed to resume back to work next week Wednesday. Right. But because of workload that needs to be attended to, he didn't have to tell me not to go. In fact, I did not even remind him last week that, boss, I'm supposed to proceed on leave this week. Like literally, I just borrow myself brain. No, say tomorrow I dey go work. Continue like say nothing they happen. Like say I don't get any leave planned out. I cannot just wake up and say somebody calls me out of the blues. I'm talking about situation where I'm single, like right, like, and I'm working where I'm working right now, and somebody calls me out of the blues and say, "Oh, please, I need your attention right now in Ibadan." Baba, I was, dear boss, or dear, hey, kindly, all those big English words they use, I will need to do and explain the reason why I will not be at work tomorrow. Does it mean I am not willing to be there for that person? The answer is no. Even though people will always say, we are not that busy. Baba, you don't see pressure now make you think say you are not that busy. So that was Trace Live event over the weekend on Friday to be precise. I had 2 VIP passes. Ruga. Yeah. I had 2 VIP passes to that event. I don't even leave my office until after 9. And gate closes by 8. One of my colleagues also have like 2 passes, VIP passes too. We were in the office together. So for somebody like that, how then do you tell the person that, oh, you are not that busy? I'm just not a priority for you.
So are you saying that at the point when Shehu knew that he could not deal with it, he should have just ended things with her?
Not really. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm basically saying is that is the point where you guys really need to have that honest conversation with each other.
Which he didn't.
And no, but he said he did.
I did.
He said he did.
I did.
He only became an issue. He raised that when there was already an issue on ground about not being available.
So you see where the issue is there, and it seems like I'm supporting Shehu, but I'm not, right?
No. You're about to get busy. You're about to take 2 jobs. You know that everything's going to be fucked up.
So you know where the issue lies for me. 2 things. One, Shehu's fault, totally. And Shehu's is sitting here, right? So I can actually call him out. Shehu's fault, but still not his fault because it requires funds to fulfill that part, and which is the part of having his own accommodation. Having his own accommodation. Now, she will not up and leave ABK to come down to Lagos to spend weekend or spend the night or spend some time with him. Right? Maybe because of that one reason.
But he has been camping girls in hotels.
It's so mad, you know.
Well, we'll get to your conversation later. So that might be a thing. Right? Then the other side to it is, how often is she willing to actually make such trip? Only Shem can answer that, and her.
So, and this
Maybe
is, this is one of Shem's bad characteristics. The extra effort syndrome. And I think that's one of the major causes of that relationship not lasting. It's so sad that they're dissecting your story and you're just here chewing your nails.
Oh. Now you did relationship with us now.
So, in that kind of situation now, extra efforts. That time when they were going to do his auntie's, what's it called?
Burial.
Yeah. There was an issue sprung up. They were sharing clothes. She did not make the extra efforts to try and get clothes for her. So at that point in time, and he claimed he was busy. She sometimes would rather sleep than have a conversation with this girl.
Sheung, is that true?
Sometimes, not all the time.
Most times.
Not most times.
How often do you guys speak when you guys were dating?
We speak well.
How often do you guys talk?
Every night, or even in between the day, we text. Then at night, sometimes you get.
You said when you got 2 jobs, you didn't have time anymore.
That was when I got 2 jobs.
So you stopped talking. Do you work in the middle of the night?
The conversation reduced.
So, but physical.
The conversation reduced
meetings.
because physical meetings reduced. Even the conversation online.
Physical meetings stopped.
It stopped. The online conversations also reduced. Majorly because when I'm at work in the day, I'm barely online. The times I'm online, I'll reply a text. If I don't reply, if she not texts back, I don't reply not until maybe when I'm going home again, which she might not reply immediately. So maybe when I get home, and when I get home, I'll probably fagged out and tired. And I'll be looking at screen all day.
So basically, what you are saying is, when you got the 2 jobs, communication collapsed.
Yes.
So you guys stopped talking every day.
Yes, it wasn't as frequent.
But you were denying that fact before.
I didn't deny the fact that I didn't say we didn't stop talking. Yeah.
So the first question I asked was, were you guys talking how often were you guys talking? You said every day.
Yeah,
and hold on.
Yeah.
And then when the job came, the new job came, you stopped talking. Or it reduced drastically. Because you get home and you got tired and then you passed out and sleep.
Okay.
Sleep off.
Okay.
And your excuse is you've been staring at the screen all day.
Hold on. Let me now put this into proper context. When I first got my first job, it was nice, it was good. There were times that we would have fights and we would still settle it and we would still talk.
So, speaking of...
Sorry, hold on. We would talk normally. When the second job came, the conversation didn't just reduce just like that. We still talked. There were times that, okay, we planned that we would see, but it couldn't work. That one day self that I had, there are times I would go for gigs. Even this one self, that I'll follow you for events.
When? Immediately you started your 2 jobs, please don't put me into this. You stopped all my gigs. Don't put me into that. Come on, don't do that.
But I worked also on Wednesdays, which was my only free day.
My gigs.
Okay, yeah, actually. Yeah. You dey crazy. All the one way they talk. So I barely had the time. I still made efforts to talk once, but she's human. If person no reply early, once you see that, okay, text this person one time, and it's a long distance relationship. Long distance relationships give space for a lot of overthinking. That is one thing. it gives space for a lot. It's not my first long distance. It's not my second. It's not even my third.
Yeah, professional long distance
Yes.
relationship.
It is before I got into a relationship with her. I told her I don't like long distance relationships.
But with your experience in long distance relationship, how do you say you don't like long
I
distance
don't like
relationship?
it because of my.
So OJ, even if you failed at 3 long distance relationship, why try the 4th?
See.
So
Yeah.
unfortunately, to respond to you, I don't think you have failed at this. It's just not working out yet. I think there's still attraction. The only thing that probably will mess him up is the whole Oyo conversation and every other
When she watches this video,
the
she
camping and
the camping babes in Oyo.
yeah, you know, all those things might just mess things up a little bit, maybe, or permanently, depending on who the other player is. But let's not forget the fact.
They come. No worry.
Let's not also forget the fact
40 minutes into the podcast.
No, not be now. See you. We don't go through again.
let's not also forget the fact that
Mm.
she also started doing 2 jobs as well, which gives her less time because community
No, not 2
pharmacy.
jobs. She started working like
Oh,
what
she
she
left.
was doing at Arrow was sort of like placement.
Okay, so she's done with that.
Now she's done with that. So now she's doing and pharmacy.
But you
Pharmacy.
guys
This
broke
is
up.
like
You broke up
yeah.
before
So
the
it's like
placement,
open 24/7 sort of.
People broke up before the placement too. I'll be after this thing.
Yes.
How long
She
have
did-
you guys been separated?
Close to 2 separated.
Yeah.
Almost a year.
Oh wow. No be new story now. Why not going to bring her
Why
more?
not?
Now him now.
I don't break up for almost a year now.
It's close to a year now.
Serious?
When did we break up?
When?
It was last year. Now ending of last year. It wasn't even
And you say
December.
almost a year. What month are we in?
Jesus.
Are you
I
wet?
said going to a year, almost a year.
How is it going to a year?
Whichever way, couple of months.
Today is April 1st now. You dey try plan April Fool by 8:15.
Whichever way, couple of months, however you want to have it. She at the time that we had this issue, she wasn't really working. She wasn't working like that. It's just recently that she started working. And she gonna say down the CC.
So you're saying joblessness was one of
No,
you
for
want to take down
real,
your
though,
business.
joblessness, they actually make and look as if person this seriously
So she
romantic.
jobless now. Why you look like this?
At the time, she was jobless.
Shit.
It is the truth. Take it however you. At the time, me God said, at some time I was jobless. Me
Yeah.
too, said I was
No,
disturbing one babe.
it's not like it's a crime
It's not a crime.
to be jobless now. I mean,
She didn't
we
just
live
have
in
it at that
Nigeria.
time.
You just called your ex-girlfriend jobless.
At the time.
Emphasis at the time.
Daleru ọmọ Daleru òṣì. No sense.
Oh my
So
God.
yeah, basically that was how everything.
But don't make money. Oh.
You know.
See
Like,
that
is that a
barista watch.
podcast topic? Like, I don't
See that
understand.
barista watch.
Is that a podcast topic?
Gold bracelet.
Back to what I was saying. I think like long distance.
Dabs money.
Oh Jesus, Sunday.
Dabs money. I'm a banker. Look at the neck. Look at the wrist.
I must be I'm sweating in OJ's parlor.
Like we're not the chop up.
Don't they chop up now? Let me can they sweat anyhow now.
I know. Too much. Good
It's
living.
not used to this kind of
I
environment.
know. AC, you know.
AC to AC. Vibes on vibes.
No.
So what I would say is, I feel like if you are not ready to, if you know you cannot keep up or be
that for no
accountable-
verse, before you advise people, are you in a relationship?
Hmm?
Are you in a relationship?
So life is.
Are you in a
Nah,
relationship?
let me explain.
Life is what? Motivational speaker. It's a yes or no question.
No, so that's the
Are you in a relationship?
I'm supposedly in one.
You are supposedly in one. With who?
With, some,
With your hand.
with some shit.
I'm in love.
Long distance and do the work. I feel like you should not dabble into it. And I feel like where I'm going to fault you was, you saw that your work schedules were crazy and you knew that this was a problem. Instead of having a conversation about it and trying to fix it, you decided to just be quiet about it and made it until it became very sour. And I think going forward, I know that for the next 1 year now, don't expect anything relationship from Sean.
He just is in his fuckboy mode.
He has been making chicken wraps and squeezing babes
Yeah,
all around Lambe and
Yeah,
Akute.
which foolish lamb? My own is I feel that advice is one-sided because nobody would, although I didn't envisage that I'll be taking on 2 jobs. I didn't. What I thought was...
Why did you not take the other job to save your relationship?
Why did I take...
You should have not taken the second job to save your relationship.
Which is more important to you right now? Relationship
At the end of the day, because...
or financial stability? You.
To me,
Yes.
my
right
relationship.
now. Okay. To God be the glory. And I will see how you are in a serious relationship now with your hand.
And, you guys buy expensive coconut oils, you know.
Oh,
I don't know what you're talking about, bro.
They're talking to a married man. What the hell?
That was... now you, not be you they talk about.
But do you think married men do that?
Yes.
You think?
I've seen there was a video that was online that yes, it's circumstance, it's not that.
Circumstances.
It's the circumstance. The lady, she already gave birth and she said she could not do anything for a while and the man was horny and he entered bathroom. She was the one that even carried the phone to go and record and started shouting, see what he's doing, kiniko.
Nigerian.
Yes. There are some married men that do it. Especially married men.
Well, actually, there are married men that...
There are married men that do it. I mean, that their wife's video is not high.
I remember one time, what's his name? Kirk Franklin came out to say he was addicted to pornography and I mean, pornography will lead to hand job eventually.
It's sad.
It do happen. It's not sad. People do what people do.
It's sins against the...
Oh, okay.
It's a sin.
It's
So,
alright.
like I said, I feel like you should have been able to communicate with her and done better to handle the situation in the better. Now, my only issue with you is you didn't handle that situation in the best way.
See, my own is, we had, how would I put it? There were days where I would talk and I'll be like, oh, I'm tired, the whole 2 jobs is stressing me out. I must definitely...
And she said, and she will respond with...
I can't remember.
Something
I can't
like,
remember,
should
but
I
we definitely would have had, because there's nothing that goes on. The one about my aunt, that one, yes, is my fault. At the time, I was not even in the right space of mind to even, but yes, I should have considered that and brought her in. That was why for Dakpo's event, I made sure. I didn't really have the money for an hotel.
Which do you think is most important?
The most important one was my aunt, but I couldn't pull that off. So the next one that was coming was his event. And I needed to show.
I was on a hammered on it too. But I was on a hammered on it too. But don't worry.
I didn't have the money. I didn't really have the money for an hotel. He doesn't know this. I didn't really have the money for an hotel. I got the money. I paid the money for the hotel. The next day when she was going to go
but
out,
you now have money for hotel now. Yeah. I
don't
tonight.
Idiots.
Tonight.
The next day.
And it was Pomola tell you.
The next day we went to the park. I made sure she got it. She didn't have money to go. Me because I didn't have money. I had to just give her the cash on her. It was that same day. I don't know. I just saw a lot, and this one just sent me 10K that for the shooting of the. That was what?
Thank you. Boy, bro, go.
Go to money, no.
Go to kidney, go to knee. Yo,
ticket
in Express. I bought ticket to Tanko.
Give me some.
Isha sent money, and that was what helped me throughout that time. Which is actually part of the reasons why I took the second job. Because I know that to have anybody, I still said it when, was it on Sunday? That I cannot afford a girlfriend.
Right now.
I cannot afford a girlfriend.
You can afford to ship babes from all your states.
I cannot afford a girlfriend. And the reason why
Oyo to Lagos is 14K now, 11K now. How much? 10K.
I know she pam. Now she come by herself.
Now
she come by herself.
See, how much be the hotel?
That's 16 or so.
60K per night. That is
32K.
You know, Buruku.
Thing is,
yeah,
both food. It's part of this. That one, see, that
one. 3,000.
When?
You know,
we love you. Idiot love you. But the thing is,
first, let me even ask you. Was it there? Did he?
Why will I be in the room?
No,
This one.
to say hi to her now.
Which kind of now? I'm talking about soon, you know, about so I.
Oh, yeah, but she be go just soon. So the bed
You buy anybody, sorrow. Don't ever about I'm talking about soon, keep no answer for why.
Point is,
You know,
if I'm going to be with anybody, like, okay, say, now, we just do and come out, it's just for that one
so
time.
imagine you had a girlfriend, like, you were sending your girlfriend 30K monthly.
Shebi now. On Valentine's Day, that was the amount I sent to her. That was because I could afford it.
So
But it was just...
You are sending girls money now.
Which, you know the same woman money.
is
I
ridiculous.
fucking know, bro. What the fuck, bro? But
Wait first. But you send babe money.
I dey send my sister's money and they babes.
Not your sisters. You dey mad. I send babes.
No, my sister.
You dey send babe money. I know they send babe money.
I don't dey press big money. Me press big money.
That boy. If pampana happen
Say,
now,
pam, para, para.
you don't go hellfire straight. You
I
are
don't dey press big money. You know me now. I be press big money.
That was your business.
wait, come why you don't just say that's your business. In the press money, I be no the press money for
You
babe.
go press this one. Oh my, he will press. He has pressed, he will press, and he
And
will
he still
continue to
presses.
press.
For me, I will not go and sleep with a girl with 32,000 naira. That's what me I will not do.
So how much should they use sleep?
I know they even sleep with two man.
And I mean you they sleep with.
Anyone? One double, they nag this boy.
No, I won't be surprised.
Nah, man.
You are within the entertainment space.
See, the thing is,
Who knows? Maybe that waiting
No,
person
I don't
leg.
understand.
a lot of men don't know that. A lot of men don't know that if you don't have sex, you will not die. Take your mind off it. Feed your heart with the fruit of the spirit.
Preach.
Do you understand? If you don't have sex,
Now why they fat now?
I dey fat because I dey spend my
Because
money.
you don't collect
OJ, OJ, I not tell you. One
tell
time
me.
that phone was come, we're coming back from my house. That's what I go on carry bike, one bike, but I say, hey, Biggie.
When no be Tunde.
I swear to God, he boss, but and it's not as if that one looks that big, but I don't know. Maybe that because we don't see him.
Funny thing though, you used to be bigger than Dapo. Now Dapo is bigger than you.
Owó ni,
But boy, you you.
owó ni,
Our
owó ni,
boyfriends are in finance.
owó
Don't
ni.
get sponsor.
Owó.
Eh.
You know, say you know they wear gold necklace, gold bracelet, steady.
It is well. Pele.
Yeah, so
Don't tell anybody. Oh.
so
Keep chopping the life of your head.
The summary I'm just gonna do to this podcast is I feel like men should prioritize what needs to be prioritized.
Why are they looking?
And stop spending their money on imagine.
See, this boy is very disrespectful. Put that phone on
sorry.
silent, bro.
Sorry. Honestly, it actually hurts. Yeah.
Now the heat affect your brain.
Yeah, it's true.
Now the East
So
Room
now
you
East
that.
Room.
Now the East Room you carry me from Oyo. That's not the only one, but I just want to cast the other
No,
one.
just
Now
let's
my
take
guy,
it, Oyo.
we did camera. If you say once we cut camera, we cast out.
You
finish.
cast
Your
out.
own day, my notes. Opovi. What am I worried?
So I would just say that Shion should do better, and men out there should do better, and that's what I'm trying to bring out of this podcast. I feel like men often dabble into commitment and in between, hands off, and women will tell you that no man is too busy.
Everybody will say it's not a gender thing.
Oh.
So, but people are genuinely busy.
But that's my final take, Major. I feel like, yeah, people are genuinely busy, but you can never be too busy to keep up with somebody. And if you know that you cannot keep up anymore, please leave the relationship. Don't cause havoc and high blood pressure for young ladies.
She get high blood pressure.
No where you hear that one. Maybe now you carry a good doctor.
It's alright.
But what I'll say is,
Say what you will say.
Formally apologize.
if you know that you can't handle it, if you know that you can't handle it, not handle. If you know you don't have a proper plan for a long distance relationship, please don't go into it. If you know you're not financially stable for it, don't go into it.
If you're not financially stable, don't even enter a relationship.
Don't go in.
So
I
now
don't
you
know,
will
your
not be
girlfriend can be
financially
an
stable. How many
understanding
relationship
girlfriend.
you don't enter? Express.
I don't be financially stable. I mean, he actually enjoyed Tammy.
Yeah, we don't my shape to on the average, this bobo they make like man no cast you because of microphone and camera. Man no talk.
Don't want to blame you.
Confident that, hey, It's confidential.
You boy yo.
Really?
Now the English radio your teacher.
You Chris. So, if you are not mentally, financially ready for a long distance relationship, please do not go into it. And for you guys, whoever is, are you mad? 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 Sure, you are a crazy person.
Okay.
And
man, a lot have been reviewed on this podcast today. And thank God, Tunde.
Let's wrap up.
Wrapping up,
because there are more revelations to come. You don't want them on camera.
Who would they cook?
I swear to God. And if you're already in a long distance relationship, I'm not going to go with what Dako said entirely. That sometimes people do not know how it's going to end, and meaning that a challenge comes doesn't mean that you will not still find a way to soldier on. If not, every time challenges come, you talk to maybe break, and then you won't be in a relationship. So if you guys feel it's reasonable enough for you guys to continue, at the end of the day, it's your relationship. It's nobody else's business. Go ahead, but also do not be ashamed to say that no, this cannot continue, and you end it. It's better to end on a good note than to fight and not talk again.
Okay. With that said, you are both right. The end.